In this video, I'm going to take you around McKinney, Texas on the map. That way, it can provide a little bit of perspective on where you are, not only in relationship to Dallas, but everything else around you as well. And if you watched our vlog tour through McKinney, Texas, then it'll provide some additional context to that as well. And we're getting into it right now. Hey ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for the most thorough deep dive into all things Dallas, Texas, well, this is the channel that helps you do that. So I invite you to subscribe down below and tap the bell for notifications so that you can stay up to date on the current market here in Dallas, Texas. We drop new videos every single week. My name is Jimmy Webb Jr. I'm a local real estate agent, born and raised here, and we're getting tons of calls and emails every single day from people just like you who are ready to make a move here in Dallas, Texas, and we absolutely love it. So if you are thinking about buying or selling here in the Dallas area, then you got to reach out. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, jump on our calendar. If you want to jump straight to a Zoom with us, that is our favorite. Put a face with a name, right? But whatever way is easiest for you, we've got your back when making a smooth move here in Dallas, Texas, or in McKinney like we're talking about today. So without further ado, let's jump over to my computer and I'll take you on a map tour of McKinney, Texas. All right. Welcome to McKinney, Texas, this highlighted area right here. But as always, let's zoom out, show you where you are in relationship to everything. So 75 right here, Highway 75 is going to be your straight shot down into downtown Dallas right there. That's about a 35-minute drive coming down 75 right there. And then if you want to get over to DFW Airport, you'll take 121 right here. You'll see it says Sam Rayburn Tollway right there. This is a tollway, but nobody really calls it Sam Rayburn Tollways. SRT, if anything, but really everybody calls it 121. So just so you're in the know right there. And that'll take you right here onto the north side of, or north entrance of DFW Airport. There's a north entrance and a south entrance, and that's it, okay? But it's really nice to have, obviously, a major airport hub in our backyard right here. A lot of non-stop flights to major locations. And then, of course, being centrally located in the country, it's gonna mean shorter flights and, cheaper airfares, right? So that's always a good thing as well. No cross-country flights or anything like that. So yeah, very nice. We're pretty spoiled to have DFW Airport right there. You've also got Love Field, which is the headquarters for Southwest Airlines right there. And then you also have a private airport, McKinney National Airport right there. I show that in the vlog. By the way, if you haven't checked out the vlog yet, you're definitely going to want to put that on your list to watch after this. So you've got private airport right there as well. Okay, now let me show you, if you're interested in going to a Cowboy game or a Rangers game or things like that, that's going to be over here in Arlington. So there's AT&T Stadium, that's Jerry World, that's where the Cowboys play. That's quite an impressive structure. So if you haven't been to a game yet, you definitely have to check it out at least once. All right, and then we also have the new Globe Life Field where the Rangers are playing now, and I'll show you the old one. So the new one has the retractable roof on top, right, which everybody's pumped about, because here's the old one. Okay, listen, we were here in the Texas heat, just baking like lobsters out here, just trying to catch a ball game in the summertime, and so we're super pumped about having this retractable roof. I went to opening day actually, and it is absolutely beautiful with a capital B inside of this stadium. It's absolutely gorgeous. So definitely, if you get the chance, you got to go to a Rangers game. I know we're kind of trash right now, but that's all right. We'll come back, maybe someday. Now, Texas Live, this is another thing that you'll want to know about. So nestled in between these, three stadiums is Texas Live, which is, as you can kind of see here, it's a ton of bars. You've probably got a dozen different bars in there. Here's a view from the top level. There's a 2-story right there with a big screen. This is kind of the main area. But basically, if you want to be around the atmosphere, but you're not actually inside the stadium, you can come and hang out in Texas Live and get some good vibes going on in there. Okay. Now you've also got Six Flags right here. So if you like your, if you like your roller coasters, like your thrills, then you can come hang out over here. That's the Titan right there. That's the big boy. That it's like a 200-foot drop or something crazy like that. It's insane. If you watch the Arlington vlog, by the way, I'll take you on a brief stint of the Titan right there. So anyway, so that's where the Cowboys and Rangers play, and then the Mavs and the Stars are over here in downtown Dallas. They play at American Airlines Center over here in Victory Park right there. Okay, so that's what you've got going on over there. Now, one other thing that is, that we want to mention is we do have a DART rail. It's called the DART rail. So Dallas Area Rapid Transit. That's what DART stands for. So you have a train that'll kind of go parallel to 75 right here, and it'll take you into downtown Dallas. It doesn't go all the way up to McKinney though, but if you came down to Plano, I believe it starts at Parker. Yeah, so that's Parker, the town. Yeah, Parker. So right here, yeah, this one right here. Yep, Parker Road Station. So you take the orange line all the way down into downtown, and you can see. Oh, I saw him. Yeah, you see the little blue stops right there. Boom, boom, boom. It stops, and it just goes kind of parallel to 275 right there. That'll take you all the way down, but it doesn't go all the way up to McKinney, but it does start right there. Okay. Now let's see what else. Let's get into some of the stats real quick. So, population in McKinney is 182. Okay. You've got a median home value just over 300,000 at 309. Pardon my beautiful handwriting there. And then 66% of people own their homes here. So McKinney is really a place where, people are coming to, set some roots down, raise a family, have their kids go through some of the good schools, which I'll go through in just a moment. But yeah, that 309 median home price is going to be a little bit more affordable than Frisco, a little bit more affordable than Plano as well. And then kind of right on par with Allen over here. So we'll get into a little bit of this stuff and dive deeper into it as we go on. But side note, if you want to see the top listing in all of McKinney, again, you got to check out the vlog over there. Okay. Now, median income in McKinney is $93,000. Okay, so people are doing fairly well for themselves out here in McKinney. There's a lot of opportunity, especially. I see a lot of people move here and, commute to Plano to the south, or Frisco to the west over here. Okay, so and even to downtown Dallas, if you really want to make that 35-minute drive down there, or catch the train, like I mentioned, right? So definitely, you've got some money up here, but then you have that historic charm that I'll get into a little bit as well. Now, one thing that you'll want to know about kind of where McKinney and how McKinney came to be. So just a brief history lesson here on Dallas. So everything really started, Oak Cliff was the hot neighborhood down on the south side of Dallas. And then when the oil boom came, Highland Park became what it is. And then, the northern migration began, right, into Preston Hollow, and then North Dallas, and then Plano, and then Frisco, of course, and McKinney as well. And Allen, of course, was in between there, right? And so McKinney is now, become a pretty well-established suburb out here. Almost, I would call it a city out here in McKinney as well. So that's kind of where it came from here. Now, talking about the schools, a lot of people want to know about the schools, so I want to bring this up right here. So here's all of them. Let's focus on high schools for the first part here. So you have McKinney North up there on the north side of 380, and then you have Imagine International. That's a public charter school right there. Then you have McKinney Boyd there, McKinney High School right here, It was rated as a 6. Okay, not the best, right? So, you know, a lot of people like to come to McKinney. And also, I will let you know that, so Custer right here is kind of that border, okay? That western border of McKinney. And then you've got Frisco right next to you. So what happens is a lot of these homes over here are actually situated within Frisco ISD. So, you know, just kind of depends on the home, you know, and which neighborhood you're in, wherever the zoning is. But, you know, the more west you are in McKinney, you know, the better chances you are of getting into a Frisco school as well. So a lot of people like to know that. Yeah, I mean, you know, listen, if we bring up all of them, you know, I mean, you've got plenty of 8s, you know, a couple 9s mixed in here, you know, some 7s, you know, a couple 6s, right? But, you know, for the most part, these are good schools out here in McKinney, okay? Not quite on the same level as Frisco, of course. I think Frisco is kind of that, you know, leader of public schools in Dallas, so to speak, on a big scale. Of course, you have, you know, like the Highland Parks and everything, and South Lake and everything over there. Yeah, that's kind of what the schools look like there, okay? Now, hey, if you like what we're talking about so far, hey, please tap that thumbs up button down below. It would mean the world to us if you did that. Thank you so much. And hey, while you're down there, make sure you're subscribed as well. You know, like I said before, I was born and raised here. I've got some insider knowledge from being here for all this time, and definitely love to share it with you on all of these videos here. So I'm telling you, you do not want to miss the next video that we drop. So make sure you tap the bell as well so that you're notified when that next video drops. All right. Now, keeping things rolling here, what I want to do is I want to show you some of the major intersections, you know, show you some of the major roads and some of the major attractions here. Okay. So now you'll notice that it's like some of these are spotted, like there's some in-between space. Well, what's going on there? Well, this is still private land owned by, you know, whoever owns that private land there still, okay? But the highlighted area is going to be owned by McKinney. And then you'll see like this development, you know, this is coming in, and then Auburn Hills right there is coming in. But most of McKinney is going to be south of 380 right now, okay? Like when you think of McKinney, that's kind of what you think of, right? Of course, you've got your Costco right there. I said that kind of weird. Costco right there. So anytime any place there's a Costco, you know that area is about to blow up, right? So they strategically placed this Costco right at 380 so it can service some of this north side eventually as well, right? Yeah, so I talked about 75. We talked about 121. That's the tollway. By the way, one thing that you will want to have when you come here is a toll tag. Okay, it's, you know, it's really easy. You just go to ntta.org. I'll link that in the description below. Make sure you check out that description. By the way, there's a ton of good links down there, so check that out after. And yeah, so what happens is, you know, you get your tag, you put $40 in there, you attach your credit card to it, and then anytime you dip below $10 in your little account, then it'll, you know, re-up you for $40 again. And it's just kind of whenever you go through a toll tag, it'll take from the piggy bank type of thing. So real simple, but you're definitely going to want that, because if you don't have it, then they'll charge you even more for going through the same toll, just for not, you know, making them, you know, send you the mail and all, you know, it's just complicated. Just get a toll tag. That's the moral of the story. Okay. So, but yeah, 380 up here on the north side, it is a highway, but it does have, you know, some stoplights and everything at some of these major intersections, right? So like Hardin Boulevard's a main one, Lake Forest is a main one, Stonebridge right here is on the south side of it at least, which turns into Alma right here. Yep. So you've got Alma, which crosses over 121. Stacy Road comes through. Stacy Road's kind of winds around, but it turns into Main Street when you get into Frisco over here. Custer, like I mentioned, is that western border road, except for this Westridge area right there. And then, yeah, McKinney Ranch, you know, El Dorado Parkway is a major one. Virginia Parkway is a major one. 380, of course, and then you've got a lot of country roads still up here as of right now. Okay, and then the 5. So if you're coming from the south part of Dallas and you're coming up to McKinney and you want to go to the historic downtown district of McKinney, you would take 75 and then take the 5 over. It's similar to 380 in that it is technically a highway, but it does have some stoplights and everything. And so when I came from down south, then I came up the 5 and went over to historic downtown. Now, listen, this historic downtown it's very, very nostalgic in here. I mean, you have all these, old school buildings. Let's see, I can show you some of the pictures. You'll have to watch the vlog. Again, the McKinney vlog, I walk you around this whole, I even run into a cop on a horse. Okay, so if you want to see that, then you'll definitely have to check out the vlog. That is something to see. But as you can see, actually not so well. These pictures are kind of horrible. But anyway, go watch the vlog after this, guys, and you'll see kind of what historic downtown looks like. It's really, really cool actually in there. So if you want to do, some boutique shopping, have some cool restaurants in there as well. There's a winery in there. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff going on in downtown McKinney over there. Okay, so that's going to be a main hub. 75 and 380 is just going to be a massive, big box sort of thing. You're going to have your big stores, Home Depot, of course, all that sort of thing right there. All this is going to be pretty residential. I mentioned the National Airport over there. You've got the McKinney High School and then that Town Lake area that I showed you in the vlog over there. And then let's see, I mean, the main ones, pretty much any major, intersection with 75 is going to have a lot of, commercial stuff going on. Again, over here, I've got El Dorado Country Club right there off the highway. But then as we get on to what I want you, listen, El Dorado and Virginia Parkway, basically this corridor right here in between, Virginia and El Dorado, this is kind of where the how do I say this? It's the most desirable kind of area within McKinney, is this kind of corridor right here in between Virginia and El Dorado. Okay, so especially, around the country club, around Stonebridge over here as well. This is kind of where the better neighborhoods are, I can say. Okay, so you've got McKinney Boyd right there as well, of course, and then the private school, McKinney Christian over there. And then, of course, at your major intersections, you're going to have, your typical, commercial, and then your Walgreens and things like that over there. El Dorado and Ridge, same thing. Your banks, your CVS's, things like that. Basically on all these, like Hardin and El Dorado, you'll have, actually this one's a long stretch. Yep, you have a few things going on in there. But that's kind of, that's kind of the main. So this is that main area though, in between Virginia and El Dorado, is going to be that. And then you also, actually, not to be forgotten, certainly, is TPC Craig Ranch down here on the southern tip over here. So this is where they play the Byron Nelson Championships. Okay, so if you're a big golfer, you obviously know what that is, and if you live close to here, then you'll be a pretty popular person come Byron Nelson weekend, right? So maybe something to consider right there. Okay, so but yeah, that's gonna be pretty much what's going on with McKinney. Those are kind of the major. Again, there's a lot going on in downtown McKinney. You've got, of course, the Allen Outlets over here down off of Stacy Road, which will feed you right into, the village at Allen, and you'll have to watch the Allen vlog as well if you want to see that. Fairview Town Center, that's a mall. Okay, so the town center's it's growing actually, right? So you're gonna have some good shopping in there. But if you really want to do like some big shopping, I think Stonebriar is going to be the biggest, closest mall to you over here. And then, of course, you've got Legacy West, which is a nice area on that side. But then if you want to know about the best mall in Dallas, that would be North Park down here off of 75 and Loop 12 down here. Okay, so just to kind of keep things in mind. But, you know, listen, when you're in McKinney, people don't really leave McKinney that often. So, you know, there's plenty of stuff to do around here. But let me show you kind of what is immediately adjacent to you out here in McKinney. So to the north side, you've got Melissa, Texas. That one's growing. As you can kind of see, some of the green space is starting to disappear around Melissa. You've got New Hope and Princeton, you know, very similar right there. Fairview is definitely taking off. Allen, I'm sure you've heard of by now. Plano down here, of course. Frisco, of course, to the west. You'll definitely have heard about that. And then Prosper right there. And then Salina to the north of you on that side. And then Roland, you know, is kind of where things are going right there. And then Weston, Texas, I actually had a mentor who I spent some time at that house out in Weston, Texas. Very different lifestyle out there, you know. Hey, honey, I'm going into town. Do you need anything? Is a common phrase in that household. So just something to think about if you're thinking about moving out here to the country. This is country living out here in Weston. Salina's picking up, right? But I think once they extend this, you know, Dallas North Tollway up through Prosper is going to blow up, and then they're definitely going to want to push it up to Salina as well. So, you know, hey, that's in the future. That's coming, okay? So yeah, I think that'll give you a pretty good, you know, overview here. But hey, McKinney is where you want to be, then listen, you got to reach out, right? Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or jump straight on our calendar if you want to jump on a Zoom with us. That is our favorite. Put a face with a name right there. And again, hey, please tap that like button. It would mean the world to us if you did that. Make sure you're subscribed as well. And if you're continuing your research here, what I want to invite you to do is, hey, click the Dallas, Texas Living name below, head to our main channel page and type in whatever it is that you're looking for into our search bar over there. And, you know, whatever it is, you know, whether it's a topic or a certain area, whatever it is, you'll probably find it. If you haven't found it, then definitely leave me a comment down below. And obviously based on the demand, we'll, you know, bump up the priority for that video for you guys. Okay, so hey, listen, I do this for you guys, right? This isn't for me. I want to provide as much value as I possibly can to you guys, my audience out there. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. And yeah, hey, if you don't know maybe where to go from here, then you'll see some videos popping up on the end screen. Definitely click on one of those. And yeah, we do a lot of things. We do vlogs, we do map tours like this. I interview some of my friends about the pros and cons of living in different areas. We do a lot of stuff, so definitely check out one of those videos right now. And until the next video, I'll see you around town.